and welcome to Tuesday Update. I'm Jacob Wagner.
And I'm Sarah Bauman.
And local news, the Spurs lose their playoff series to the Memphis Grizzlies. Really? The Memphis Grizzlies. Here's Aaron Flores with more sports news.
With the #1 team throughout the majority of the season, the Spurs were set to play against the Memphis Grizzlies, the #8 seeded team. It was a no-brainer picking the Spurs to win, but unfortunately, the Spurs lost to the Memphis Grizzlies, a team who has not won a playoff game in franchise history. I don't know which one's worse. Spurs losing to Memphis, of all teams, Memphis, or last year's NBA champions, the Lakers, losing to the Dallas Mavericks. They got swept. Big time. Yeah. So, now with the NBA Finals getting set to begin tonight, Tuesday evening, it is a question to see which one will be the best. Which one should win the championship? The Miami Heat or the Dallas Mavericks? The well-deserving veteran team with Jason Kidd, Dirk Nowitzki, Peja Stojakovic, and Shawn Marion on the Dallas team, or the new Big Three who came out and was just kind of like the celebrity team with Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James. I would probably have to say the Miami Heat, unfortunately, because I can't live with Jason Terry, one who already has a tattoo of the championship trophy on his arms, who hasn't won it yet, and is a very dirty player. Or Mark Cuban, who will be bragging for the next 30 years. Yeah, definitely Miami Heat. Now back to Jacob and Sarah.
News: Miranda and Blake Shelton were married in Bernie. Did you know they were married in Bernie?
I didn't know that.
They were married in Bernie.
Bernie's gorgeous.
Great town.
Yes.
Overheard from a local trailer park was, "We finally got one of our own to be famous. At least she's not his sister, we think."
Yeah.
Anyway, in a recent election, it was actually a ninja election, and by that I do mean no one knew it happened. So, congratulations, Mayor Castro, you have been re-elected. No one voted.
And a local news, a bakery in San Antonio receives a health award for their healthy food. It's a nice change from the Texas tradition of fried Twinkies and Snickers and Oreos and butter.
Delicious. In other news, Churchill was recently tagged with the initials CS. Our frontrunners are Chris Shirley, Connor Smith, and Chris Stewart.
Both the black one and the lanky white one.
The investigation continues.
Here with more information is our own Elisa Morales.
Hi, I'm Elisa Morales, and I'm here at one of the few sightings of where Churchill was graffitiing. This happened to be one of the few sightings where Churchill was tagged. It was also tagged on the Great White, the band's trailer, along the athletic building, along here, and along the school. But thankfully for our amazing custodians, they were able to clean it off before the end of the day. And here's Aaron with our news. What were your thoughts about the graffiti?
I don't know, first it was the bricks through all the buildings, like the windows of the band hall and the dance building right here, and then now tagging. I don't know why people got issues with Churchill.
Who do you think it was? Because there was CS everywhere.
My best guess would either be Chris Stewart. Knowing him, he probably threw the bricks and tagged the buildings.
There's a lot of people at CS at Churchill though.
Yeah, there's Chris Stewart, the junior, Chris Stewart, the senior, Connor Smith, another junior, and there's somebody else at CS, but I don't know that person. So I don't think it was that.
Okay. This is it with the graffiti.
In national news, the state of Arizona has put up more border fences around the U.S.-Mexico border. When asked what they thought about this recent building of these fences, local Arizona border residents say, "Okay."
We have recently been warned of the impending zombie apocalypse crisis, and to elaborate more on that is our resident
zombie meteorologist Mason Lee.
It's no secret that the weather has been crazy in recent months. In April, a huge magnitude earthquake struck Japan, causing extensive damage that was furthered by the tsunamis. Earlier this month, wildfires ravaged West Texas, burning 50,000 acres. Most recently, destructive storms have torn through the South and the Midwest. Tornadoes in Oklahoma, Kansas, and Arkansas claimed 15 lives Wednesday, adding to the total U.S. death toll of tornadoes, which currently sits at 500 people. So far, this has been the deadliest year since 1953, when 519 people died. The tornado in Oklahoma was very large, about a mile wide. A tornado in Missouri killed 120 people, making it the deadly U.S. tornado in history. Floods also accompany these storms, like the earlier May flooding of the Mississippi River. The consequent destroying of a levee resulted in the flooding of 130,000 acres of farmland. In response to all the storms and the dangers they pose, the CDC issued a survival guide for a zombie apocalypse. That's right, zombie apocalypse. It was not a joke though. The CDC used a silly matter to issue some very serious information, such as what to put in a survival kit. A survival kit should include water, food, medicine, duct tape, battery-powered radio, clothes, important documents, first aid, and an emergency plan. An emergency plan should include where your family will go and who to call in an emergency situation. Thank you, CBC, for the zombie apocalypse warning.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver recently got a divorce. Said by Maria Shriver, "I will not be back."
Hasta la vista, baby.
He terminated their marriage.
They knew that the love child was his when it lifted the family car.
In global news, Lady Gaga has recently released her newest album, Born This Way. Well, I mean, that kind of explains it,
Now we
doesn't it?
know. There it is. All right.
Yeah.
The Queen recently went to Ireland on a peace visit, but there was a car bomb. Way to miss the point, Ireland. It's a peace visit.
Recently, in global news in Dubai, a man jumped off the world's tallest building in an attempt to commit suicide. We don't actually know if he committed suicide because he still hasn't landed from the top of the building.
Still falling.
Yes.
Recently, semi-recently, Osama bin Laden was found and killed by the U.S. military, and there was a royal wedding. That is how America one-ups Britain's news.
Woo! Get down, USA! USA! US!
Yep.
In Egypt, a convict was prosecuted and brought in when he was trying to escape persecution by cross-dressing. I guess that Sphinx couldn't cover up his pyramid of Giza. Now, thank you for joining us on Tuesday. I'm Jacob Wagner. Have a great night.
And Tuesday. What was that?
They always throw a pencil at the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.